Shalom Aleichem Rabotai. The Mishnah Yomi is continuing with the second to last shir in Maaser Sheni. We are in the 5th parak at the 13th Mishnah, and we are finishing up our exposition of vidui Maaser, the proclamation the man would make when he had finished separating and giving out all of his tithes to the proper recipients. It was made Erev Pesach in the 3rd year and the 6th year. And the Mishnah, amazingly enough, has been explaining in detail the meaning of the Psukim and how the words in the Psukim include all of these details and all of these requirements of the various tithes. Great. So Mishnah Yud Gimel. Hashkifa mimon kodshecha min hashamayim. Asinu ma shegezarta aleinu. Afata asay ma shehivtachtanu. So this is a direct quote from the pasuk. Gaze down from your holy Ma'on. Ma'on is hard to translate. It's actually one of the levels of heaven, as the Gemara explains in Chagiga, from the heavens, and bless your people. So what Amr Yisrael is saying to Hashem in the temple, they're saying, look and see that we've done the tithing and the gifts and everything as required. Come and see and check it out, and then do what you've promised. The Mishnah continues, Hashkifa Ma'on Kodshecha min hashamayim. As we said, Uberech et Amcha et Yisrael, bless your nation, Bibonim Uvonot, with sons and daughters, Veta Adama, and bless the land, Asher Natata Lanu, that you've given us, Betal Umatar, with dew and rain, Bevlodit Behema, with offspring for the animals, Kashanish Batal Avotenu, like you swore to our forefathers, Eretz Zavat Halav Udvash, a land flowing with milk and honey, Kadesh Ditan Tam Bepeirot, so it'll have a taste, a sustenance, a nutritional value in the crops. Now, I will say this is amazing on a few levels. We're not going to touch on everything here, but this is kind of sounds like a quid pro quo. That, hey, Hashem, we've done exactly what you asked in all of the details, so give us an amazing bracha that you promised to Avoseinu. And we know in Pirkei Avot, we say, Al tehei k'avodim misham shedarav halma lekabel pros, don't be serving just to get a reward. So this quid pro quo notion, it's not so strange. It's actually Gemara in Brachot, Daf Chaf, about benching. And the angels ask Hashem, why do you show such favor to the Jews? It says, you can't take bribes. And you're like showing favor to Am Yisrael. In Birkas Kohanim, you show favor to Hashem. Amar Lahem, so Hashem says back to the angels, how could I not show favor to the Jews? I wrote in the Torah, when you eat and you're satisfied, then you bless Hashem. This is benching, Birkat HaMazon. And they're so medaktek that they'll even say all of Birkat HaMazon after eating a kazayit of bread, or some say a kabetza of bread. So we see there's a concept of when Am Yisrael is very careful and perhaps going above and beyond and being very meticulous, then Hashem does show extra favor. So this is a concept we do see in Chazal. So we've described the past few days that there are a lot of details and requirements, and some of these are rabbinical requirements to go above and beyond to separate tithes and the gifts, the matanot la'aniyim and the netzeh ravai. Some of these are deraita, and some of these things are derabanan. So we're going even above and beyond to say that we've separated out everything. Now, the other interesting thing is that we're asking Hashem to bless the land. Now, sons and daughters, Baruch Hashem, that has ruchnias also, but to bless the land, to give taste in the peirot, it sounds a little interesting to pray for, especially this time of year in Elul, rapidly approaching Rosh Hashanah. But we know the Chazal says, Ein kemach ein Torah. If there's not what to eat, how do you learn? So really, when they're asking Hashem for sustenance to make the land amazing and wonderful, they're asking that for a spiritual reason, so they can be osik in Torah and they can enjoy the gifts Hashem has given them and thank Hashem even more. There's also an idea when the food is very nutritious and the food is very sustaining, you don't have to spend so much time preparing it and eating it because it's already amazing, in the form it comes on the tree. You don't have to be so, you use up so much time and energy preparing wonderful food. You can just eat what you need and get back to the base medrash. There have been books written that in modern times, food scientists purposefully engineer snack food to not be filling so people eat more and more of it and buy more and more of it. So this is kind of the opposite. We're asking Hashem to make everything very rich and sustaining and tasty for us. Mishnah Yud Daled, Mikan Amru. From here, from this last verse in Vidui Maaser, they said, because this refers to the land. We're talking about how we separate the tithes. The Vidui Maaser says, please bless the land. So the sages learn from here, Yisraelim umamzerim mitvodim. A regular Jew and even a mamzer, who is a Jew who came out of a forbidden relationship, can say the Vidui Maaser because he has land. But not converts and freed servants, because the land she'en lahem chelek ba'aretz, they don't have an ancestral portion of the land. Now, lamaisa, they could make money and buy some land, but they don't have an ancestral right automatically to a share in the land. Rabbi Meir Omer, aflo kohanim levim, shelo natlu chelek ba'aretz. Rabbi Meir says, even kohanim levim shouldn't say vidui maaser because they don't have a share in the land, and the Pesukim are talking about blessing the land. Rabbi Yossi Omer, yesh lehem arei migrash. Rabbi Yossi says, no, they're shaykh to the land. They have the arei migrash, the open cities. Remember the cities of the Leviim, and the Kohanim are also shaykh to them. They had fields and orchards also in the city. There's discussion in the Mefarshim on the Pesukim about the layout of those cities and how they had parks and open areas and fields and orchards and things like this. So too the Leviim and the Kohanim were separating out Truma and Maaser from their own produce as well. So they're also shaykh to Vidui Maaser according to Rabbi Yossi. Shkoyach Rabosai.